Welcome back to our channel, AddaDesi. We are so glad to have you here for our latest deep dive into Texas real estate landscape. We are officially in February 2026, and the Texas housing market is starting with the year with a fascinating story of rebalancing. While 2025 was defined by wait and see approach from both buyers and renters, the latest data from January shows that the leverage has shifted significantly back towards the consumer. Today, we are taking deep dive into four major Texas metros: Austin, Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. We will be analyzing the absolute latest numbers from Zumper, Zillow, and Redfin to break down exactly what is happening with the rental landscape and the current state of home sales. Before we dive into the data, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us keep this deep dive monthly updates coming. Also, if you're currently navigating a move, whether you're searching for a shared room, a full property, a local realtor, or even a nanny, be sure to visit our website AddaDesi.com. It's a fantastic community driven resource for finding local listings as you plan your next chapter. Now let's look at the numbers, starting with the capital city. We are starting our journey in Austin. This city remains the national poster child for the house correction, and as of early 2026, the market is still adjusting to find its new stable floor. When we examine the rental market, the latest Zumper data as of January 2026 shows that the median rent for all bedroom counts and property types in Austin has settled at $1,800. This makes Austin 5% lower, or roughly $99 cheaper than the national average. Interestingly, while rents are down from their peak, this $1,800 median actually represents a 2% increase versus the previous year. Zillow provides a slightly different look, reporting the average rent for all bedrooms and property types at $1,918. Zillow noted a $32 month-over-month decrease and a $77 year-over-year drop, with over 5,600 available rentals currently listed on their platform. Transitioning over to home sales. This is where the buyer leverage comes very clear. According to Redfin's Realtors data, Austin home prices were down 2.8% compared to last year, with the median sales price at $520,000. Redfin classifies the Austin market as somewhat competitive, with a competitive score of 31. On average, homes are selling after 87 to 91 days on the market. Most properties are selling for about 4% below their list price, though hot homes in prime location can still go pending in around 45 days. We also saw a volume increase with 773 homes sold in December, up from 732 from the previous year. Next, we move up to Dallas. The DFW area remains one of the most resilient markets in the country. Even though the sheer volume of new entry is giving renters and buyers some much needed breathing room, taking a look at the rental scene, Zumper reports that as of January 2026, the median rent for all bedroom counts and property type is around $1,838. This is 3% lower, or about $62 cheaper than the national average. This current median represents a 5% increase versus the previous year. Zillow reports a higher average of $1,995 for the city, noting a small $18 month-over-month increase, but a significant $50 year-over-year decrease. There are currently over 3,300 available rentals listed on Zillow, while Zumper shows a total of 8,528 rentals across their platform. For realtors or those looking for room rentals at DFW, AddaDesi.com is a perfect spot for you. Now let's shift our focus to home sales. Redfin reports that Dallas home prices were actually up 1.9% in December 2025, selling for a median price of $429,950. The Dallas market is currently ranked at somewhat competitive, with a competitive score of 48. Homes are spending a bit more time on market, selling after an average of 63 to 67 days. While some homes receive multiple offers, the average property is selling about 4% below the listing price. The most desirable home can still go pending in as little as 28 days. Heading down to the coast, Houston has officially returned to a state of balance, and it's looking like a total buyer's paradise as we kick off 2026. If we look at the rental market first, Zumper's latest data for January 2026 shows that the median rent in Houston is around $1,550, which is a massive 18% lower or $350 cheaper than the national average. This median rent has increased 1% compared to the previous year. Zillow reports a higher average rent, around $1,875 for a city, noting a $24 decrease month over month, but a $25 increase year over year. The availability is staggering, with over 10,300 available renters on Zillow and over 11,600 on Zumper. Moving on to home sales side for the things, the data from Redfin shows that Houston prices were down 5.4% in December 2025, selling for a median price of $335,000. The market is somewhat competitive with a competitive score of 46. Properties are sitting on market longer, selling after an average of 70 days compared to just 50 days at this time last year. Most homes are selling for about 4% below the listing price and go pending in about 64 days, though exceptional well-priced homes can move in as little as 22 days. Finally, we look at San Antonio, which continues to hold its title as the affordability leader of major Texas metros. Starting with the rental landscape. According to Zumper, the median rent in San Antonio as of January 2026 is around $1,465. This is 23% lower or $435 cheaper than the national average. This median rent has actually decreased by 2% versus the previous year. Zillow reports an average rent of $1,630, which is a $20 drop from last month and a $60 drop year over year. There are over 6,200 rentals currently available in the city. Now, let's examine the home sale trends. Redfin reports that San Antonio home prices remain essentially flat, down just a tiny fraction of a percent in December, with a median price of about $2,6,400. Properties are staying longer in the market, selling after about an average of 82 to 86 days. The market is considered somewhat competitive with a competitive score of 32. On average, homes are selling for 4% below the list price. While hot homes can be pending 39 days, the overall inventory is high, with 940 homes sold in December, a 3.4% increase in volume over previous year. To wrap everything up, the data for February 2026 shows a Texas market that is finally giving some much needed relief to consumers. Dallas remains the most competitive for sellers, while Houston and San Antonio have firmly moved into buyers and renter friendly territory. If you are looking at the big picture, here is how the cities stack up. Austin has a median sale price of $520,000, while with about 90 days of market. Dallas follows at $429,950 with a quicker 65-day turnaround. Houston is sitting at $335,000 with 70 days on market, and San Antonio leads in affordability in about $264,945 with about 984 days on market. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this detail useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And for all your local Texas listings and community needs, please visit our website AddaDesi.com. I'll see you next month in the next update. Thank you.